Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Nick Kipke. I'm a state delegate that represents this wonderful community. And I want to welcome you here today to the Pasadena Thanksgiving Parade. It's an annual tradition in this community hosted by the Pasadena Business Association. And our goal is to collect canned goods and other things for the needy in our community. So if you have any, when the vehicle comes around for Green Valley, please hand that in to the Northeast football team. They're going to be running around collecting those packages. And it's also to kick off the beginning of sort of the fall and the holiday season that's coming very soon. So I can hear the sirens coming down Tick Neck Road. So I know all of the young people here should be really excited with that sound, and our parade is underway. Leading the parade this year is the Lakeshore Volunteer Fire Company. Chief 20, Utility 20, Brush 20, Engine 201, Rescue Engine 20 is their latest addition and their administrative vehicle. Lakeshore Volunteer Firefighters and the department junior firefighters are marching along with the group. All of our local volunteer fire stations are recruiting for new members, so please spread the word. All of the pit beef sandwich sales, the carnival, and so many other activities held by Lakeshore Volunteer Fire Company go to supporting the organization and purchasing these life-saving vehicles. This is the brand new fire engine that the department recently purchased for our community. And here we have the Lakeshore Junior Firefighters Marching Unit. Let's give a big round of applause to our junior firefighters. Thank you, Lakeshore volunteers. Next up, we have the Riviera Beach Volunteer Fire Company. In the lead, we have Brush Vehicle 13, which is 1995 Ford Brush Unit. We have their utility vehicle, which is a Ford F-250 for support. We have their engine, which is a 1996 pumper tanker. And always a favorite is the 2012 Seagrave Tractor Aerial. This is a very unique piece of equipment that, as you can imagine, takes a little extra training to learn how to drive. All of our Riviera Beach volunteers do a lot for our community, raising funds for these pieces of equipment that save lives each and every day throughout the Riviera Beach area. Thank you, Riviera Beach volunteers. And we have some antique vehicles from the Green Haven volunteers. A 1989 Seagrave pumper, it's 1,000 gallons per minute. 1,000 gallons of water per minute. A 1983 Seagrave 100-foot rear mount ladder truck quit. And a 1986 Ford F9000 heavy duty rescue with Ranger rescue body. And here we have the Mount Gilead Fire Department engine number 10. It is a 1981 Ford 8000 Emergency 1,000 gallons per minute pumper. These vehicles are no longer in service, the Green Haven and the Mount Gilead, but they were acquired by local residents who keep them in pristine condition to keep the history alive. Okay, folks, here comes the heart of the parade today. All of our walking units and others. Leading off is I believe, the Anne Arundel County Sheriff's Department. Here we have actually the Anne Arundel County Police Department on a police motorcycle. We love our law enforcement and first responders here in Pasadena. Let's give them a big round of applause. And behind the Anne Arundel County Sheriffs, we have the Northeast High School JROTC program, the Marine Corps Junior Resource Officer Training Program, demonstrating support to our community by giving back time and service every day. This newer program at Northeast High School is so important and changing lives in so many young folks from Pasadena. They're led by Master Sergeant Mattis, and ahead of them is the Toys for Tots program, collecting donations this year again for the needy in our community. We're really proud of the Junior ROTC program here, and I'm happy to tell you that they won the most patriotic entry here in the parade. Next, we have our Grand Marshal. Our Grand Marshal, Edwin Calvert, was born July 16, 1926 on the Calvert family farm, what is now Bayside Beach Road. He grew up in the Pasadena area and graduated from Glen Burnie High School. He spent his early years managing the family farm while his brothers were called to fight in World War II. In 1946, Edwin married Loretta Marie Brumwell, another famous Pasadena name. They have 4 children, 2 of which have remained in the Pasadena area and raised their families here. His grandmother instilled in him a love of history, family, friends, and community, things that are also important here in Pasadena. Hancock's resolution is his grandmother's family home. She believed it should be preserved. He, like the others in the family, promised to do the best they could to see that through. Edwin has spent most of his life accumulating facts about the family and the history of our community, Pasadena. Next, we have Costello's Ace Hardware and Hearth. Costello's Ace has been proudly serving our community since 1973. Next, we have the Friends of Downs Park, and this group is one of our community entry winners. The Friends of Downs Park is a nonprofit organization of volunteers who support our beautiful Downs Park. Through their volunteer activities, fundraising, and advocacy, the park has never looked so beautiful. Thank you all for your work at the park. And here we have Northeast High School athletes collecting canned goods and other non-perishables for the needy in our community. If you have any, flag them down and they'll be glad to grab it from you. And we had a change in the guard this year with Lauer's Grocery Store becoming Green Valley Marketplace, another locally owned organization who is committed to our community. Green Valley Marketplace is our best community entry winner, and we want to thank them for all of their work that they've done to make this parade a huge success. Many thousands of pounds of groceries will be collected and distributed to those in need in our community. Thank you, Green Valley, for keeping up the tradition. Next, we have City Line Business Park. The Agro family has been collecting antique pedal cars and other toys for a long time now, and Mike Agro fills them with grandchildren and their friends. He likes to honor firefighters, military personnel, and first responders with the floats with reminders of Christmas giving. They are one of our corporate sponsors again this year. Thank you, Agro family. And now we have another corporate sponsor, the UPS store at the shops of Riviera Beach. Thank you to Ricky Bender for being a corporate sponsor. And here we have Ruthie Clater with Granny Annie's Child Care and Learning Center. They are a proud member of the Pasadena community for the last 16 years. Thank you, Granny Annie's, for being a corporate sponsor. This next group is another one of our winners for Best Overall Entry. AMPM Marine is your Regal boat dealer for the Chesapeake Bay region. They are family owned and operated since 1998 and have been a long-time supporter of our community and a corporate sponsor of this parade. Next, we have Frank and Bill's Auto Collision Center. Again, this year they are a corporate sponsor and have been a longtime supporter of our community. Here we have the Stone Store. They can help you create your own outdoor oasis. And thank you to the Stone Store for being a community sponsor of the parade. And here we have Pasadena's other state delegate, Brian Chisholm. Our good friend is here with his family. He's a small business owner that understands the vital importance that a thriving business environment provides to everyone in Pasadena. He is a strong proponent of public safety, lower taxes, and personal freedom. Delegate Brian Chisholm is also a community sponsor of the parade. Here we have the Pasadena Sport Fishing Group, always a favorite here at the parade. They won an award, Best Organization to participate. The Pasadena Sports Fishing Group has been providing the tools and knowledge and education of our youth through fishing for over 27 years. The organization hosts free meetings at the Early Heights Volunteer Fire Company on the second Monday of the month for anglers, new or old, and it's the chance to learn and educate each other. They have prizes, and it's a great time for the whole family. Next, we have our councilman, Nathan Volke. He is a community sponsor of this event. Councilman Nathan Volke was elected in 2018 to a 4-year term on the Anne Arundel County Council. He represents District 3, which includes Pasadena, Lakeshore, Riviera Beach, Stony Beach, Orchard Beach, Marley, Freetown, Sun Valley, Solly, and parts of Severna Park. If you need any assistance with county issues, please do not hesitate to contact his office for assistance. Thank you for being a community sponsor, Councilman. And here we have Anne Arundel County Sheriff Jim Fredericks. This is the sheriff's team. Jim Fredericks is your current sheriff in Anne Arundel County with over 27 years in law enforcement. The sheriff wants to remind us to be thankful for all of our tireless first responders and to have a safe holiday season. The team is escorted today by the Fredericks for Sheriff 1955 Bel Air. The sheriff is also a community sponsor of the event. Here we have Partners in Care. They have been helping older adults remain independent in their homes and engaged in the community since 1993. Help us by volunteering to help fight against social isolation of our elderly. Volunteer today. Our next group is MedSAR, which stands for Maryland Emergency Deployment Search and Rescue. They are a nonprofit volunteer group that aims to serve our community and country by providing a professional, responsible, and experienced resource for search and rescue, emergency response, and disaster relief. Their strong network of member volunteers proficient in varieties of disaster management disciplines will work as a force multiplier to bolster the effectiveness of search and rescue operations local and abroad. They are also a community sponsor. Thank you, MedSAR, and all that volunteer with your important organization. Here we have Breeze Chem Dry. Bay Breeze Chem Dry is a local family-owned business serving Anne Arundel County and Baltimore County, Maryland, and 2 counties in Delaware. And here we have Corinne Frank, who is the first person in her family to run for the board, or the first person to run for the Board of Education in Pasadena. She is a wife, mother of two, and a community leader. Corinne was the PTA president of Bodkin Elementary and was an appointee on the School Board Appointment Commission. She is ready to work for all of our kids. Thanks, Corinne, for also being a community sponsor of the parade. Here we have Lauren Parker, our Register of Wills, in a 2017 Corvette. Lauren does a great job at our courthouse, helping out many in our community. Thank you, Lauren Parker, our Register of Wills. And here we have the Chesapeake Christian Center, building lifelong followers of Christ. And they won for Best Musical Performance. Let's welcome Pastor Fusion and his family to our community. They're doing a great job at our church. And here we have the Boy Scout Troop in Pack 414 from Riviera Beach. They meet at St. James in Riviera Beach. The troop meets on Tuesdays, and the pack meets on Thursdays. Let's all welcome the Boy Scout Troop Pack 414. And here we have Gina Cook, everybody's favorite Avon lady. Ding dong, here comes the Avon lady, Gina, the Pasadena Avon lady since 1995. And here we have the Marine Corps League Detachment 1049 Color Guard, members of the League. Activities include annual Toys for Tots, a 5K run with Maryland Live Casino for active duty Marines at Fort Meade, funerals, parades, school activities, Boy Scouts of Mountain Road, post colors at area American Legions and VFW posts. Thank you for your service. And here we have another winner. The most original entry, Artsy Partsy, you heard that right, Artsy Partsy, is an art studio located in Pasadena, Maryland. And here we have the Y. The Y of Pasadena is a mission-driven charitable organization headquartered in Central Maryland and dedicated to developing the full potential of every individual through programs that build a healthy spirit, mind, and body for all. At the Y, they are committed to providing family-oriented, affordable, high-quality programs that lead to every child and youth deepening positive values, their commitment to service, and their motivation to learn. Every family building stronger bonds, achieving greater work-life balance, and becoming more engaged in their community. Thank you to the Y in Pasadena. And here we have the Clayshaw State Farm. Welcome the Clayshaw State Farm Agency. Clayshaw Insurance is a community-focused state farm agency, locally owned and operated by Clayshaw. The team members of the Clayshaw State Farm want to wish everyone a blessed and joyous holiday season. Thank you to the Clayshaw State Farm Company. And here we have the Storm Chasers cheerleading team. Maryland Twisters. Cheer for All's mission developed out of a simple concept of supporting athletes with special needs. It was created to support athletes with intellectual and physical disabilities who wish to participate in the sport of cheerleading. Their program is structured 7 or 10-month program at Maryland Twisters in Hanover, Maryland, and increases an athlete's physical strength or conditioning through cheer, stunting, tumbling, and so many other activities. They're a great organization. Let's give a big round of applause to the Storm Chasers cheerleading team. And here we have a Kipke family favorite, the Magathy Cooperative Preschool. It provides students a stimulating child-directed environment that encourages creativity, environmental consciousness, self-expression, and socialization. And this organization is one of our entry winners for the Beth Youth entry. And here we have our next group, known as Keep Our Judges. Anne Arundel County's Keep Our Judges slate for 2020 is represented on the Circuit Court of Anne Arundel County by Judge Pamela Albin, Judge Elizabeth Morris, and Judge Rob Thompson. The judges are committed public servants. They have the experience you can trust. Support the Keep Our Judges slate. Thank you all for being in our parade. You're doing a great job for Anne Arundel County. And here we have the Chesapeake Theater Company. Chesapeake High School Theater Company presents Puffs of Seven, increasingly eventful years at a certain school of magic and magic. For 7 years, a certain boy wizard went to a certain wizard school and conquered evil. This, however, is not his story. This is the story of the Puffs, who just happened to be there too. A tale for anyone who has never been destined to save the world. Puffs will be performed at the Chesapeake High School Auditorium on Friday, November 15th, Saturday the 16th at 7 p.m., and on the 17th at 2 p.m., and November 22nd and 23rd at 7 p.m. You are not going to miss this wonderful play.
I'm Sally Hunt, and I'm good to the
And here we have the North County Republican Club. 28 years ago, the North County Republican Club was formed at Burger's Restaurant, now the Texas Roadhouse on Mountain Road. The North County Republican Club's mission is working together to make a difference. The club provides a forum for members to stay up to date with community needs and Republican activities. But most of all, they work hard to get Republicans elected in Pasadena. And next up, we have Century 21, Don Gurney. And here we have a new entry this year, the Olive Tree, located just up the road, with Pasadena's favorite, Cindy Williams, joining us today. Thanks for being in the parade, Cindy. Here we have longtime resident Melvin Thomas showing off his privately owned fire truck antique, the 1973 Mack F685 Class A pumper. Carries 500 gallons of water and pumps 1,250 gallons per minute. The fire engine is owned by Melvin and Alex Thomas of Pasadena. The Thomas family wishes you a safe and wonderful holiday season. And here we have the Gable team is on the way with holiday friends and Santa sleigh, or a Gable truck, as the case may be. If you have ever been to Maryland Live casinos, Starbucks, or the post office, you're one of the millions of people who get to see Gable's work every day. Gable provides visual solutions and custom signage to digital displays to top brands across the country, from the family-owned, locally owned business that began in 1980 to the large organization they are today. Gable loves being a part of our community and is always looking for great people to join the Gable team. Happy holidays from Gable, and thank you to them for being a corporate sponsor. This ends our parade. Thanks to everyone who made it possible. Remember to shop local at the Pasadena Business Association. And again, thank you to the Anne Arundel County Police Department, reserves, and all of the first responders that helped support the parade. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving and a great holiday season.
Let's rock it.